Good morning, Cedar Park. Today is Monday, September 30th, and it's a B-Day.
On today's show, we take you behind the senior parking space tradition.
Plus, on today's brief, get the latest on the government shutdown, the conflict in Lebanon, and more.
And how to pay for college in an all-new scholarship of the week. Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, I'm Molly Pinkerton in for Kira Cox, and I'm joined with Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch.
As you may have noticed, parking can be quite difficult.
That is if you don't have a spot.
The class of 2025 has worked hard and even stayed overnight at the school to make sure they got the spot they wanted.
It's no secret that this lot has been filled with some talented artwork. But who are the faces behind that art? Let's dive into it. Parking. It's hectic and competitive, but for seniors, it's a chance to leave their mark, literally. This year, seniors have taken creativity to a new level, with designs ranging from cartoons to intricate geometric patterns. Regardless, each one has a story personal to that senior.
I just threw a T on because my name's Trevin, T for Trevin, you know. But I am planning on painting a bigger, more complete one later.
Basically Snoopy in a beach setting. He's wearing sunglasses. It's the alternate version of Snoopy. It's Joe Cool. So I put Zane Cool just to make it my own spot, really.
My design is a record player. I would say it really reflects my vibe, the colors, and I really like music.
Album covers. Mine is Trap Soul by Bryson Tiller. Mine is Whole Lotta Red by Playboi Carti.
It's Employee of the Month. You know, I love to be Employee of the Month. At the school, at work, everywhere I go, just Employee of the Month, dude.
But how much effort goes into making these spaces stand out? Many seniors put in countless hours to make their vision come to life.
I heard people were here since like 6 p.m. the night before or something. I hear like 9. Yeah.
My parents both helped me out. My mom was a big help. I probably would not have been able to do it by myself.
Our problem was just like, you know, if we have 2 lightsabers, it's going to be looking weird with a big gap in the middle. So we found the high ground and the low ground. There's like a perfect gap and separation. And then we just like gridded it all out and it worked. After that, we spent the next 12 hours just like grinding out the parking spot.
These painted spaces are more than just a parking spot, they're memories. A reflection of senior year and a way for students to express their individuality one last time before graduation. But it's not just the art that matters, it's the experience of parking in these spots every single day.
I love it. I just come in super fast. Can't wait to get to my spot. I just wish I had a transparent bottom of my car so I could see it all the time, but yeah.
It's so chill. Normally this person right here isn't here when I get here, so I can just pull straight in, walk right through. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's real great. Don't have to worry about finding parking.
I don't know.
I'm very satisfied with how they came out.
And with so much creativity on display, what advice do these seniors have for the next class?
Wear sunscreen.
Yeah, wear sunscreen.
Like really think about it before you cap.
Don't do a white background because it's going to get really dirty very quickly.
When it comes down to it, it's just a parking spot. Doesn't matter if it's the best thing in the world or if it's just a T. So yeah.
So next time you're navigating the Cedar Park parking lot, take a moment to appreciate the art beneath your tires. For the Wolfcast reporting, I'm Austin Makaborski.
Thanks, Austin. Up next, Michael Meraki is in the studio with today's headlines in this morning's brief right after these announcements.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Michael Meraki, and welcome to this morning's brief. First, Congress passes temporary bill to avoid shutdown. As the September 30th deadline approaches, Congress passed a temporary measure to keep government agencies funded until December, punting the issue of government funding until after the November elections and averting the imminent government shutdown. Next, The conflict in Lebanon escalates with Hezbollah leader killed in airstrike. Hezbollah confirmed that an Israeli airstrike killed leader Hassan Nasrallah last Saturday. The strike came as part of an intensive Israeli bombardment of Lebanon. Iran, an ally of Hezbollah, calling the strike, quote-unquote, a blatant war crime, with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defending Israel's actions in the Gaza Strip and Lebanon before the UN General Assembly. Finally, Circuit of the Americas prepares for this year's Formula One Grand Prix. Circuit of the Americas renovated portions of their track, which had been the subject of complaint due to quote-unquote bumpy asphalt, described by driver Max Verstappen as quote-unquote more suited for a rally car than an F1 machine. The renovations were completed this August, and the circuit is ready to go. So, would you guys be interested in going to any Formula One races this season?
I've never been to an F1 race, but I love like go-kart racing, and I know like Coda even hosts go-kart, like when the track's not in use, they host like go-karting sessions on it, which I think is awesome. And I definitely want to like, I feel like I should go there more often. Like it's just a cool thing like no one ever really,
I've never been to one. I don't think I want to go to one.
I've been to like the Tree of Light, or like the light show that they have on it, but like that does not count. So, but
I guess
Formula
I've been that.
I would go.
Yeah, I feel like it's a cool thing. Like we need to kind of take advantage of that. Like I've never.
It's right here.
It's literally right here.
In to go
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thanks, Michael. Coming up, Reese Elizondo and Gus Mountjoy with this week's sports report right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. Welcome back to the Wolfcast Sports Report. I'm Reese Elizondo.
And I'm Gus Mountjoy. On Friday, football kicked off district play with a huge win against Chaparral.
With a 44-12 win, the team improves their record to 2-2. We'll play Rouse on Friday for our homecoming game at 7. The Raiders also have a 2-2 record, which will make for a very exciting game.
Now over to volleyball, who defeated Leander on Friday in 3 sets. They outscored the Lions 75-39.
Team leaders include Maya Cheatham with 10 kills, Caitlin Hughes with 3 aces and 18 assists, and Anna Kurtz with 14 digs. They play again tomorrow at Glen at 6:30.
Then tennis won 10-5 against Leander after they lost to the Lions in the playoffs last year.
Now it's time for our Canes Outful for the week. This week we have freshman cross-country runner Max Ons from Michon. See what Coach A has to say about Max Ons, how Max Ons shows leadership on the team as a freshman.
Max has done a great job coming in and living up to the Cedar Park cross-country standard. It's kind of a hard thing to come in and do as a freshman, but he's on varsity. He's a great kid. He comes with a positive attitude, pushes himself, pushes his teammates, and just is really encouraging to those around him.
Congrats, Max Ons. For updates on CPHS sports throughout the week, check out our X at CPHS_sports. With CPHS News, I'm Reese Elizondo.
And I'm Gus Mountjoy. Up next, Neha Khan has the Scholarship of the Week right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Neha Khan here with today's Scholarship of the Week. This week's Scholarship of the Week is the Elevate Women in Technology Scholarship. A STEM-based scholarship, the Elevate Women in Technology Scholarship aims to empower potential female leaders in the tech industry. Students who intend to pursue an education that will utilize technology to benefit the world have a chance to apply for the scholarship. Students must write an essay about one technology that's new or old that makes the world a better place, thus becoming an inspiration for students. The deadline for the application is November 30th, and the winners will be announced on December 30th. For more updates on scholarships, make sure to check out our Instagram at CPHS News. With CPHS News, I'm Neha Khan.
Thanks, Neha, and that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Catch tomorrow's show for a look into the Festival of the Bands. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Molly Pinkerton in for Kira Cox.
And I'm Reed Cummins. Remember to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Have a miraculous Monday, Cedar Park.